Welcome to Paris, the city of love and romantic intrigue. My name is Valdo and this is my friend Lauren. She's an artist. Let me show you some of her wonderful paintings. Lauren paints like Vincent van Gogh, which I understand is extremely difficult to do. There are many reasons people are into art. Some, like me, because they love how art makes them feel. There is a sense of aliveness and vibrancy that comes from seeing the art. This is the one I purchased from Lauren. This is the one that stirs my soul the most. You may have noticed that I can be quite intense. Some people are into art for the theory and the history. For example, they would tell you there are Impressionists and Neo-Impressionists and Post-Impressionists, and that Lauren likely qualifies as a modern Impressionist. The Impressionist movement started around the 1860s, and Impressionists called them as such because they wanted to let the light in, the light impress their canvas. Some people are into art for ego gratification. What do you think? Maybe a little too much. Some people love art as art collectors. Of course they love art, but also it's a really good financial investment. This is Bernard Arnault, France's richest man, whose fortune around 200 billions is very commensurate to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. We'll come back to him later. Some people love art as thieves. We'll also come back to that later. Some people are into art for business. You know, maybe they are buying and selling art, or like my friend Lauren, working hard to make a living. So Lauren and I have been scheming many times on how to increase her business, how to increase her visibility as an artist. In our many conversations, there was a recurring theme: fake her death. But she's not famous enough for that to work, and she loves life way too much. So I explored to heist it in. You know, the reverse heist, in which instead of stealing art, I sneak one of her masterpieces in. I first tried in Moscow, but my plan failed because there was no space on the walls to put a few nails and her paintings. And very sadly, same thing in London. After 2 failed attempts, I still had hope for my plan to succeed. I asked Lauren about her favorite museum. The Louvre, of course, she responded. So I snuck in, and there was one room in which there was space on the walls. Shall I put it to the left? Shall I put it to the right? You know, I have a better idea. Playing art thief was a lot of fun, but I realized that I did not want to have any negative encounters with French finest. So I'm working on a third plan. What if I were to become an arms dealer? I would not really care about the art itself, but it's untraceable. So I would get money for money. I would become an art collector as a way to legitimize my illegal acquisitions. I would loan my art to museums all over the world. I would not care much about the mere mortals that would enjoy them in museums. I would be strictly about increasing the capital value of my art. I would become a well-known art collectors, and museums all over the world would seek out my collections. For example, Musée d'Orsay in Paris. They have a very large Impressionist exhibition. What do you think of a Lauren Forcella in this room? Or a Lauren Forcella in that room? People would begin to notice, you know, I thought there was a Renoir here. Who is this artist? I thought there was a Monet here. Who did that exquisite painting? One day, Bernard Arnault would visit Musée d'Orsay and be very intrigued by Lauren's painting. He may actually come back and look at it with delightful curiosity. You know, this is good for business because one of the strong determinants of the value of art is how long rich and famous people look at it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. is a heartfelt interview about Lauren. Here are my playful recollections of trips to Chicago and Tennessee. And here is about my own art, playfulness in relationships.